ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम So you all have the commentary with you. So why did we choose this shloka, or rather why I chose? This was supposed to be taken on Gita Jayanti, but since that day we had a different shloka, I thought I should also have my share. So and complete it before this year's Gita Jayanti. Okay. Bhagavad Gita, 11th chapter, last shloka, 55th shloka. 11th chapter is Vishwarupa Sandarshana Yoga. Last shloka. मत्कर्म कृत्मत्परमः मद्भक्तः संगवर्जितः निर्वैरः सर्वभूतेषु यः स मामेति पाण्डव. So here the brief meaning of the shloka is Madbhaktah, he is my devotee. Matparamah, devotee has kept me as the goal. Madbhaktah, who has kept me as a goal is only the devotee. Sangavarjitaha, who is free of attachment. Nirvairaha, no enemies. Sarvabhuteshu yaha saha mameti Pandava. This is fine. Now Shankaracharya here says this is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. This shloka is the essence of Bhagavad Gita, he says. For two reasons I took this shloka. One is on the occasion of Gita Jayanti, delayed Gita Jayanti. Second thing is, if I take this shloka, Gita is complete. So I need not do the entire 700 shlokas. So because when Shankaracharya says this is the summary, as good as completing entire Bhagavad Gita. Look at the one-line introduction. Adhuna sarvasya Gita shastrasya sarabhutaha. Very nice. Adhuna sarvasya Gita shastrasya sarabhutaha. Sarabhutaha, essence, the summary. And summary of the entire Bhagavad Gita. Sarabhutasya arthaha nishreyasarthaha anushtiyatvena samuchitaya uchyate. Samuchitya means consolidating, joining together. What will you join? All the sadhanas which Krishna had spoken in the previous chapters. Karma Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Jnana Yoga, various sadhanas, including the 7th chapter also, we had some values apart from 13th and 16th chapter. All values put together, karma, jnana, everything, samuchitaya, he is consolidating here in this shloka. For what? Why does Krishna consolidate? Anushtiyatvena, to practice. Not only to hear. We are hearing today, we have to practice from tomorrow. Anushtiyatvena nishreyasartham, for moksha. We are practicing these qualities or these sadhana for moksha, for the purpose of moksha. Uchyate, let me tell you, this is the introduction. The first word, mat karma krit. Mat karma krit. Madartham karma mat karma tat karoti iti mat karma krit. One who will work for me is called Madartham Karma Mat Karma. One who will work for me means what? A bhakta who will work for the Lord. When I have to work for the Lord, it should be Karma Yoga. Ishvara Arpana Rupena Karma Anushtanam Karoti. Ishvara Arpana Rupena Karma Anushtanam Karoti. That is equal to Karma Yoga. That is Mat Karma. Madartham Mat Karma. Madartham, for me. For me, he means here the Lord. Consistently doing all kinds of actions. Consistently dedicating all kinds of actions. Starting from the day when I get up until I sleep, we have to dedicate all the actions, Laukika and Vaidika, to the Lord. Any action you take in the morning, a few seconds you have to spare for the Lord. You have to pass a statement. Oh Lord, this karma, oh Lord means not December 25th, oh Lord. That is, he is not Lord. Anyways, oh Lord, whichever action I do, I am doing it because you are giving me the strength to do. And while doing, I will think of you. And after completing the action, I dedicate the action and the phala, the fruit of the action, whenever it might come, to you. While doing an action, I remember. Before starting, I will ask for the physical and mental strength. And while completing, I congratulate or thank God that you have given me the strength to complete the task. And whatever karma phalam might come, that also I dedicate to you. This is called Madartham Karma. Madartham Karma Mat Karma. Wholeheartedly dedicating all the actions. This is Karma Yoga. A kind of vote of thanks. Next is Mat Paramaha. Mat Paramaha. Paramaha means Lakshya, goal. Whoever keeps me as the goal, he is a devotee. Mat Paramaha is Lakshya, goal. So we all have to keep Lord as our goal, our Ishta Devata as our goal. Initially, Bhagavan will be somewhere in the list, or initially he won't be there in the list. If he is there, he will be there as a part of fulfilling our wish, because our lists are endless. Let's say somewhere around 1000 item he might be there. Slowly we have to bring him in the top 100 and top 25, top 10, top 5, top 3, and he should be the one, the number one goal. Mat Paramaha. Initially it is difficult, but slowly we have to bring. But we prioritize many things and we seek Bhagavan's help. But our priority should be Bhagavan. Not prioritizing the things with the help of Bhagavan. But Bhagavan should be the priority. Our Ishta Devata should be the priority. That is called Mat Paramaha. Shankaracharya says, Bhritya Swami Karma Karoti. Bhritya Swami Karma Karoti. He gives a difference. He says there is a difference. There is a difference between a servant working towards his master and a devotee working for the God. Both will dedicate towards the servant and the God. But the servant need not keep the master as the goal. But whereas a devotee will keep the master called God as the goal. Do we keep our master, our employer as a goal? Yeah, we don't keep. We run away from them, isn't it? We want our employer as a master only during December or March pay scale time. Whoever gets this calendar year scale, that time he is our master. Financial year, next year March. So he says, Karoti Bhrityaha Swami Karma, or that karma, Karoti you can put this side. Atmanaha Paramapretya Gantavya Gatiriti Swaminam na Pratipadyate. But whereas a bhakta devotee who dedicates all the actions towards the Lord, he keeps Lord as the goal. Atmanaha Paramapretya. Atmanaha means bhaktaha here. Paramapretya Gantavya, his movements of all the actions, Gatiriti, the end, Swaminam Pratipadyate. This na should go in the previous line. Bhritya Swami Karma Karoti. The servant will approach master as the end result, but not as the goal. He will do because of maybe for some money, salary. But whereas a karma yogi, he says, Ayam tu mat karma krit mameva paramam gatim. Self-explanatory. Mat karma krit mameva paramam gatim. He is the goal. Mameva. I am the goal for the bhakta. Pratipadyete iti mat paramaha. Very nice. Mameva. There is nothing else for the karma yogi, that he has to perform all the actions, and the actions is dedicated to the Bhagavan, including the phalam. And the next line is the same line. He just gives the Vigraha Vakya. Aham paramaha paragatihi yasya saha ayam mat paramaha. It is just the repetition of the previous line, which is a Vigraha Vakya. What does that mean? That a person for whom I am the goal is called mat paramaha. That a person for whom I am the goal is called mat paramaha. See there. Aham paramaha paragatihi. Yasya saha mat paramaha. Next, mad bhaktaha. He is the devotee who, a karma yogi, and who keeps Bhagavan as the top priority. He is the devotee. Mad bhaktaha. What does Shankaracharya says? Mameva sarva prakaraihi sarvatmana sarvotsahena bhajate iti mad bhaktaha. Beautiful lines. Mameva. Everywhere Mameva. Previous line Mameva paramam. Sarva prakaraihi. In all his transactions, he will think about me. Just as the two couples before marriage, after marriage they won't think. Before marriage, will always think about the partner in all the transactions. Like that, a devotee will think about the Lord always in all the transactions, formal and informal transactions. Mameva sarva prakaraihi. All our transactions, sarvatmanaha. In transactions and in every vritti in the mind. Sarvatmana means every vritti in the mind. Sarvotsahena. Enthusiastically he will think, it seems. When he gets up, he will think about the Lord. ಮಾಡ್ತೀವ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಎದ್ದ ತಕ್ಷಣನೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಈಗ ಧನುರ್ಮಾಸದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಬಾಯ್ಲರು ಗೀಸರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಲ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಒಂದು 20 ನಿಮಿಷ ಅಲ್ವಾ. 5:30 you get up on the geyser and then again sleep. Sarvotsahena, enthusiastically ready to on the geyser. He is telling enthusiastically he wants the devotee is thinking about the Lord in all the transactions, in every vritti. Gita Shastrasya Sarabhutaha, that is the shloka. Bhajate iti madbhaktaha. In all the transactions, when we do family work, we have to think about the Lord. That is the essence. Until now, it is fine. That is what mat karma krit, mat paramaha, mat bhaktaha is fine. We may follow this. I am not telling we will. We may follow. But next is little difficult. Sangha varjitaha. This we cannot follow. We cannot hear at all. Free from attachment. Bhakta, bhakti, somewhere we can follow. But how to be free from attachment? A disturbing statement Shankaracharya gives here. You should be free from dhana, putra, mitra, kalatra, bandhu vargeshu. You can understand? Dhana, money. If you are not, then you are not a bhakta. So Gita, qualification for Gita, if at all, if you have to study all the shlokas, this is the thing. One should not be attached to money. Putra / putri also. Daughter and son. After marriage, the love for the spouse will go. The love for daughter or son will start. Then that's why you might say, no, there is not much love for the son or daughter, but the love for spouse is continuing. Shankaracharya says, Kalatra. He will not leave anybody. Kalatra means wife. You can add husband also. Kalatra. Mitra, the closest friend. Friend can also cause damage to your spiritual journey if he or she is not a spiritual friend. Think. Dhana, why do you take such shloka, Swamiji? Better ignore. Last time also you did the same thing. Take some other shlokas. 700 shlokas you have. Why only such lines you choose? Dhana, putra, mitra, kalatra, bandhu, relatives. Vargeshu, all the parivarams. Chikavan maklo, Dodapan maklo, Bhamaidan maklo. Yadiyado. Be free from all of them. How to be free? Don't attend any functions of their family. Any marriage, may you not go. The more you go, gone case you are. I am very happy that there are few people here who is doing this. Very happy. Dodapan makkalu madhuve aad barala. We don't want to spend time because a lot of crowd. Eno tinbeku kasa. Think. At least try from your family members not going to any functions. Even if your parents will tell, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ ಆಗೋಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ even if your parents tell, may you please come, say not possible. That is how you, from the farthest you should develop being free from attachment. Putra not possible, putri also not possible, kalatra definitely no. At least from the family side you should be away. I am not telling, Shankaracharya is telling. Dhana, putra, mitra, kalatra, bandhu vargeshu. Vargeshu, sangaha. These kind of association may you drop. Sangaha is equal to pritihi. Self-explanatory. Pritihi is equal to sneha. A bonding will start. Tad varjitaha is sarva sanga varjitaha. Then what about satsang, Swamiji? That is also a sangha. Spiritual satsang is fine. Material satsang you have to avoid. That is why Puja Gurudev Chinmayananda says, detach from the world, attach to the Lord. Somewhere you have to attach. Detach from the world and attach to the Lord. Next. Nirvaihi nirgata vairaha. Free from enmity. You should not have enmity towards none. See, the previous line talks about raga. Sangavarjitaha talks about raga. Raga towards Dhanaputra, Mitra, Kanatra, Bandhu, Vargeshu. But now Nirvairi means free from all kinds of enmity, no dvesha also, including the family members. Why Shankaracharya has not told, but why are you telling? See there, next line. Sarva bhuteshu, plant, animal and human, no enmity towards family members. Because they are also bhuta, na? Sarva bhuteshu. Let them be bhutas, but yet do not have any enmity. No raga, no dvesha. Very important. You should be in the family and yet not be in the family. Do not get attached. How is this possible, Swamiji? What is this sense? We should be in the family, it seems, and yet we should not be in the family. How is it possible? Well, then come out. If it is not possible, you have to come out. If it is possible and be, how you should not be? Think. Because you will not think. Only I will make you think. That is why here and there I will choose such shlokas. I think very important. Nirvaihi, nirgata vairaihi. Shatru bhava rahitaha. Shatru bhava rahita. Do not treat them as your enemies. Shatru bhava rahitaha. May you not treat them, entire sarva bhuteshu, as your enemies. Do not treat them. And additionally he adds, Atmanaha atyanta apakara pravritteshvapi. Even to those people who hurts you, may you not hurt them. Atmanaha is individual here. Atyanta apakara pravrittehe, the one who is always intending you to hurt physically and mentally, to that person also may you not hurt. Then what about our neighboring country, Pakistan / Taliban or ISIS? Should we not hurt them? Such questions should not come. Because here Shankaracharya or Lord Krishna is talking about Swadharma. That is Rajya Dharma. That is different and this is different. One should not mix Rajya Dharma in Swadharma. That is totally different topic. Atyanta apakara pravritteshvapi, may you not hurt. Ignore and be away from them, that's all. If somebody is causing you trouble, be away from them. Yaha idrishaha madbhaktaha. Such a devotee is me. Sorry, such a devotee is mine. Yaha idrishaha madbhaktaha. Means what? Jignasu Bhakta of 7th chapter. Do you remember? We don't remember whatever topics have been covered, and you're talking about 7th chapter which is not been done. ಮಾಡಿರೋದೇ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮಾಡಿಲ್ದಿರೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? And such a person will come to me. Ahameva tasya paragatihi. A devotee who dedicates all his karma to me, in and through all his transactions, he will keep me as his goal, and he is free from attachment, and he doesn't have any enmity. Such a bhakta will come to me. अहमेव तस्य परागतिः न अन्यगतिः काचित् भवति. Kachit, even a little, he doesn't have anybody. He has only me as the highest goal. Ahameva tasya paragati na anyagatihi, nobody else. Kachit means not even a single person. For him, I alone is the destination, goal, not any other thing. Ayam tava upadeshaha ishtaha maya upadishtaha he pandava iti. This is the instruction I would love to give you, Arjuna. Ayam tava upadeshaha ishtaha. Ishtaha means here a suggestion or a liking. This is the suggestion or liking which I would love to give to you. Maya upadishtaha he pandava iti. This is the message. Okay. This is not the end. I did not choose the shloka for that. Though Shankaracharya says this is the essence of the Gita, now we have to keep cherry on the cake. In this shloka, where is Jnanam? Naturally, that doubt should come. There is no word called Jnanam here. And how can Shankaracharya says this is the Sarabhutaha? We will not accept. So, 2 times he has used Mameva. Mameva Gatihi means what? 7th chapter, 19th shloka you have to refer. See in the same this thing. I know, but you open that. 7th chapter, 19th shloka. 19th, 18th. Udara sarva evaite jnani jnanitvatmaiva me matam astitah sayuktatma mamevamuttamam gatim is equal to mameva gatihi here in this shloka. Jnani is the bhakta. Artho jignya surartharti jnani cha bharatarshava of the same 7th chapter. He has ignored all the 3. Jnani alone is the bhakta. Because a bhakta without jnanam cannot attain moksha. Very important. A bhakta without jnanam, we will never accept this theory in any of the 3 avasthas. Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti. He has to be a jnani and he should study the scriptures mandatorily. Without that, nothing possible. So this is one way of justifying. But this is not the proper way of justification because Shankaracharya has not told. We are making the justification. We are connecting the previous shlokas and also the end shloka, that is the 18th chapter. Ananyas Sarvadharman Parityajya. But Anandagiri will give a contextual meaning to this. That is very important. He says in the entire 11th chapter, Jnanam is not spoken at all. It is only Vishwarupa Ishvara Upasana. When it is Vishwarupa Ishvara Upasana, the Anandagiri says, Sadhyo Mukti is not possible, Krama Mukti is possible. A Upasaka who does this Vishwarupa Darshana Upasana meditation, he will get Krama Mukti. He has to go to Brahmaloka. There he has to open his book and Brahmaji will teach, then he should attain. And Shankaracharya accepts Anandagiri's Bhashyam in the next chapter, that is 12th. This is a seed for the next. See the Anandagiri Tika. Where do you find Krama Mukti? There. Last 2 lines you see. Tadevam bhagavataha vishwarupasya sarvatmanaha sarvajnasya sarveshwarasya mat karma kritadityadi nyayena kramamukti phalam. Kramamukti phalam abhidhyanam abhivadata. Tatpadavacyartah vyavasthapitah. Tatpadavacyartah here means the Vishwarupa Sandarshana Yoga, what is been discussed in the 11th chapter, is a Kramamukti section. It is not Sadhyo Mukti section. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದ್ವೈತಿಗಳು ವಿಶಿಷ್ಟಾದ್ವೈತಿಗಳ ತರ ನಾವು ಹೀಗೆ ಭಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದಲೇ ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೆ. ವೆರಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್, ಶಂಕರಾಚಾರ್ಯರು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನ, ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೇಕ್ ದಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಆನಂದಗಿರಿ. ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಸಮ್ವೇರ್ ಹಿ ಹಸ್ ಪುಟ್ ದ ಹಿಂಟ್. Now do you get the importance of the this shloka? So every shloka has to be interpreted like this. Without jnanam, nothing is possible. So that krama mukti is the only way for moksha. Only way for the moksha means for bhaktas / upasakas who wants to enjoy here with dhyanam and then go up, do the same conversation with Lord Brahmaji and end the journey. In this I conclude. Om Sham Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutam Gamaya Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.